my name is Joneville. We're here to showcase to you about dog training. I'm a dog enthusiast. I really like dogs and I have two Rottweilers. The first one is Ilex. He's imported from Romania. His full name is Ilex from house Onul. We've been training him since he got here in Sabah. For now, it's been 2.5 years. The next dog that I have is GrandeVonne Simba. We'll just call her Simba. And we've been training her together with Ilex as well. The first training that we did on them was the basic obedience training, whereby they do kill, sit, all the basic commands. They are basically just to control the dog around the environment of your home, within your families. The next level that we train will be the guard dog training, which means the dog is trained to identify family members, non-family members, and intruders or enemies. Why we train the dog as a protection dog? Because in nowadays society, a lot of people, they simply get a dog and they expect the dog to bite intruders, but in the same time they also bite family members and friends. So it's important to help the dog identify who to attack and who not to attack. This will help us to reduce incidences such as dog attacks on humans, and there has been quite a lot of dog attacks, and it includes some fatalities as well. Well, the objective for today is to show the extent of what you can do with dog training, especially here in KK, Sabah. We are not as advanced like what they do in European countries, even though Ilex is from Europe, but we train them here in Sabah, and we want to show to the people here in Sabah, KK especially. We have this kind of training here and we have a professional trainer. What we show here is what we have done and what we have accomplished till this day.
My name is Denzil Pereira. I went to US to study about dog training. That was in 1991, and when I came back, I've been doing this dog training with the owners until now. Normally what I do is I go to the owner's house and train the owner and the dog together, because the owners have to get involved. My training will take me around 2 months of training with the dog and the owner together. And what I'll do is, normally the first thing I'll teach them is to control their dog limbs. Teach them the obedience, like the heel, sit, stay, down, come. Don't jump on you, don't bite the plants and shoes. Train them. Indoor or outdoor, is all depend on the owner where they want to put the dog. And then because in KK, most of them they want is for able to control the dog and for protection for the family, the house, because there's a lot of robberies going on, so they value their family. So what they do is they get a dog, because if you don't train them, most of them will end up either caged up or cooped up. The dog get very frustrated and then they cannot control the dog. The dog even bites the owner. So I'll tell them, you have to train them. Even for me, what I do is I start even as young as 3 months. 3 months they can learn. I said, yes, you teach them from small. So when they are big, easy for you to control. They're going to live with you for 10 to 15 years. So if you do it properly, for the rest of his life, with you and the owners, the family, everybody will love playing with the dog. If it cannot be controlled, nobody will want to play with him. And here in Sabah, most of them, the big dogs, the working dogs like the German Shepherd, Rottweiler, Doberman, Belgian Shepherd, these are the working dogs. And if you don't train them, basically I used to tell them you're asking for trouble, because some of them, they are tough and fierce. So if you cannot control, even when you command, they don't even listen. So at the end of the day, they cannot control. Even the vets also, they not go near him. You see them tied up or cooped up, I feel very sad when seeing this. So what I want is to get the owners and the dog bonding, training them. And I go to their house, I don't take away the dog. And a lot of people think that, when you have a dog, they have seen in the movies what the dog does. Automatically he must know how to bite or know how to do this. But I say, if you don't train them, they don't know. So like if a thief comes in, what are they supposed to do? Protect the owner or what? Or run away? So what I do is I go to the house and I teach them. And I just don't teach training. Even boarding, when people go for holiday, they don't know where to keep the dog, because they don't depend on the maid, because the maids don't really bother. There's cases where the owner come back, the dog is sick, or even there's cases where the dog is dead. So what we do is they'll come and leave the dog in my place. I'll take care of them for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. When they go for holiday, they can go in peace of mind. And the next thing also, a lot of people, they ask me that they going off to overseas. I help them to do all the import-export permit. This is the whole concept lah. And when I do training also, I just teach them the whole thing, like feeding, training, taking care. But if you train them well, you socialize them, they don't bother kids, A lot of people say, well, this dog will bite. Especially Rottweilers, they say, they attack kids. I said, no, if you train them from small, you socialize to people's kids. As time big, they don't bother. So this is the thing that I want to get the message across. The most important is the dog and the owner, at the end of the day, is like, it's a joy to keep them, and the owner also, bring them to the beach, bring them to the park, to socialize, they enjoy it. Even swimming, you can bring them to the beach to swim, fetch ball, so you can do a lot of things. My thing is, when I teach people, the owner also learn, and when you learn from me the obedience, you can learn for life. Next time you have puppies, you know what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and never keep a dog, never keep a dog. Just using the leash and command, the no, and then your hand is for praising and feeding. And there's a saying, no dogs will bite the hand that feeds them. So I tell them, take care of them. When you do this properly, at the end of the day, you have a wonderful dog with you. So this is the message I want to get across.